Many thanks, Roberto, for your invitation, and I share this presentation as well. You can download it in RazorGate. You have the link active, and you can download it. Here, for future questions, you have my email and also my personal web page. Well, the presentation is related to SSAP 6.0. That is a full freeware software for slope stability analysis. I made only a short, very short synthetic introduction on SSAP and objective tools and something like that, and some very few application of it in Mexico and Italy, even if it has been used much more in our we have a small abstract. Well, slope instability is a deep interaction phenomena between geology, geomorphology, geotechnics, in some cases also in volcanology. This was one well-known case of in Salvador, Las Colinas landslide that produced a lot of victims some years ago. But the slope stability analysis is only matter of geotechnics. Is not, because we have a lot of interaction that is well known, and this is mainly important for other assessment, and we have a matter extremely complex on it. For example, this well-known case of an image of Civita di Bagnoregio, Italy. This is a very area with strong dynamics of landslides, where the geotechnical marine sandy clay deposits interact strongly with volcanoclastic and volcanic deposits. This is an image of Nicola Casali, and this is an area that is studied from long times ago, but extremely important, for example, for to the interaction that I indicated. So these kinds of interaction are fundamental for definition of geotechnical hydraulic model of a slope in coherence with the stratigraphic model, treatment parametric uncertainty and scenario analysis, and of course the kind of use of computational model used to evaluate the degree of stability for different purposes. The slope stability and its verification is extremely complex because we have interaction of the old kind of components. Some of components are related to geometry, stratigraphy, until hydrogeology, geomechanics, and other are the kind of model you use of it. For the reason, our objective, our purpose is the evaluate assessment hazard of slope stability. So we have some possible questions to be answered. For example, how to manage this kind of complexity, the possibility of can analyze different kinds of scenarios. Are possible reliable method for evaluate safety factor or degree of rating of stability? How kinds of software tools are reliable, and exist some of type of software at zero cost? One of possible answer is the SSAP software that available at this site. Of course, is no profit purpose software, but only for research and professional application, and also for the didactical purpose. That have is website in English and in Italian and Spanish. So we can go there to found much more information, more detailed information. The license is you can download the license, where you are completely free to use it for individuals, students, geologists, engineers, and public administration everywhere. No, it haven't any kind of profit aims. This is important. The story of the development of this software is very large, but just to summarize, in the last was special credits to CNR in Italy, and then CONACYT Mexico for different projects and funds that as a basic for their development during the larger story of the SSAP. Of course, you can evaluate it in the SSAP. This is the last manual, reference manual, that in process of the full translation in English for the 6.0 version, and the goals is to provide the user for the possibility on tools to use advanced limit equilibrium method and other more innovative algorithms and developed by the author, and with the contribution also the people that the user, and during the story of the so you have a lot of time that use web of development. Exists some hybrid methodology technology. This original in where we combine the classical limit equilibrium method with the finite element method. We call this one. This is one of these practically importance. The SAP don't use simplified method, limit equilibrium method, but only rigorous method. And one of the most important things that SAP don't generate exclusively circular shaped surface, are not considered in any case, but can be generated because we use several engine generation and surface generation and search engine that is developed. Some are well known, but others are completely new, and it's used as tools, basic tools, especially when we have so we have a list, but not complete list of classical tools present in SSAP, but also the new components here. So you can look at this website to find most details. We have some graphical output possible, and that get many tools able to evaluate also where can be generated progressive failure in case or excess of pore pressure as well. We have a user interface, English and Italian. You can easily change on it by click a button, and to manipulate the software, and also to generate data structure as well. We have a list of papers where SSAP was used in the past, and with very various kinds of example of application, from volcanoes, planetology, application of stone wall, dry stone wall, of application of various kinds of project and engineering application, civil engineering application. So we have a bit of time for some example application in Mexico, only few. The first time historically application in Mexico was the application to the Colima Volcán de Fuego in Mexico. You have here a paper with Lucia Capra from UNAM, Damiano Sarocchi, and Servando de la Cruz Reina. You can download it, and you have a paper with a lot of things inside, so you invite to look for it and search for the application. This was evaluated to evaluate used SSAP to evaluate what's the areas of most probably unstable area of the volcano, using several techniques, not only limit equilibrium method, but other methods together. And some improvement of the results was obtained also using successive version of SSAP, where after, for example, the collapse of the dome in the 2015, and using the comparison of volume deficit map obtained with the VolcanoFit tools. This is a successive analysis, because when this kind of map was available in the 2016. This instead is another different context, the case of San Javier gold mine, San Luis Potosí, Mexico. We have contact in limestone and porphyry gold deposits. The mine chased its activity in 2016. This is the model where the analysis concentrated especially in this area, because it is a urbanized area. And then we have the results of this is a tunnel that enter a old tunnel that is excavated partly by the open pit. And this is the safety map obtained by quasi-FEM algorithms. One of the algorithms applied together advanced limit equilibrium methods. And this the same, but obtained by when the system of fracture is considered with the pattern of the structural control surfaces in the limestone area. Another case application is instability phenomenon in rural area of Mexico, in Huasteca Potosina, where no authorized excavation earthwork was performed in very steep slope in Pesmayo area, Tamazunchale. San Luis Potosí. This bring to instability, producing in different times cracks and a progressive deformation of this. You have two situation of two moments when a progressive deformation of the slope. Where is the slope? And this is the first topography produced and stratigraphy evaluated in with the geoelectrics SEV and also field survey. And then the results of the back analysis obtained with all the kind of data using the SSAP application in 2019. This is another application in Mexico, the last one. Master student, past master student, Felipe Baldassar Martinez, in area studied before from many researchers because of a big flow slide that produced a lot of victims in an urbanized area, because the collapse, after the collapse of the earth deposits of public cemetery. This is not urbanized area, but practically the same, because it's a big cemetery of the county. So this produced a big landslide because deposits of the materials on thixotrophic andosol, cemeterial field, that collapsed after a rainfall about of 700 millimeters in 3 days of accumulated rainfall. And is the simulated safety factor after the full saturation. But this also, the result, the kind of output was used also by Titan DOSD to the run-out simulated after, to simulate all these kinds of flow slides. I remember that the number of victims in this case was about 140 peoples. Some example application in Italy. One of the most interesting is this paper with Agnese Innocenti, Veronica Pazzi, and me and others, and Max Mentini as well, Luca Lombardi, Gilli, and Fanti from University of Florence, where this kind of is a collapse of civil engineering pile pier structure collapsed completely in a landslide area. So we made a multi-layer back analysis method that is described in the paper, and the application of SSAP. In this case, a full tie rod and piles was used to evaluate the results. Another important was a recent paper about the instability of Sciara del Fuoco of the Stromboli volcano, these active volcanoes in the center of Tyrrhenian Sea, that in 2002 produced tsunamis because 20 million of cubic meters of materials collapsed here. A set of landslide produced as also a submarine landslide. This is the various phases of landsliding. This is the different, including submarine landslide, sea level here. And in this paper, we applied a combined failure criteria of generalized Oken-Brown criteria and Barton-Bandis criteria in Barton, where depending of the geometry and the kinds of deposit, we have combination in rock-filled volcanoclastic, lava breccia, and lava deposits that partly well known from geomechanical point of view, but not modeled until this moment in way to produce a complete tsunami-genic reconstruction as we obtained it in this paper to different kinds of landslides that can be observed by local FS and OSR maps. Another similar, but in this case combined with insert, differential insert, was monitoring and modeling moraine landslides. This is a recent paper where we have is a very seismic area in the 1976 was occurred a big earthquake and remobilize this big landslide. But now the processes is the moraine deposits is slow moving area. We have in the paper we have several parameters detected, but one of the most important is the analysis made in this urbanized area in the village with the GPS and insert differential insert. In practical case, also with effect of we have several color map with overstress ratios that is practically related to the inverse safety factor, but indicate the area must with high mobility, and it's demonstrated with the combination of the insert displacement direction. So this is a case of combined output insert detection. So I invite to read the paper and to find some to make your observation in details. The last application is very recent paper as well, new for another times in Stromboli volcano, because they to evaluate with different kinds of monitoring. I remember that one of the most monitored volcanoes in the world, Stromboli, and this is the crater rim and crater terraces that is completely in continuous evolution as well. This area where we are producing lava flow, volcanoclastic, pyroclastic flow, and so on like that. We use another times the same approach with the parameters and combined use of multiple sliding failure criteria, but in this case we in two different dates we evaluate the deformation rate made by GB INSAR in the crater rim, and the details. In this case, the direction is in this section. In this section, as well, we have a very detailed, continuously digital terrain model, because of course here we have not vegetation, but is made by various tools that the researchers use to monitor this area. And these the final results with SSAP. The safety factor, of course, in this red and pink and red areas, we have the highest rate of deformation, and that correspond is the crater rim morphology change because we have two different dates, and combined with displacement evaluated. I conclude here my presentation. This is just you have my channel in YouTube, where you can find several videos on SSAP. Some of them are in Italian, some in Spanish, and in English. Some of them are in three languages. So you can choose and you can find also application with in application for some kinds of civil engineering structure for containment and reinforcement. Here you can find my email and my webpage for more information about my research activity. Many thanks.